If you saw this arcade machine in any of these movies, you might think it's just a normal game, but it holds a dark story behind it. In 1981, a mysterious new arcade game appeared in Portland, Oregon, and its suburbs. The cabinets looked like unmarked black boxes. The game was called POLYBIUS, and its gameplay resembled Tempest, but went further by blending puzzles and unsettling subliminal messages. The game was so addictive that long lines formed around the machines, often leading to fights over who would play next. Soon, reports of disturbing side effects began to surface. Players experienced seizures, hallucinations, and night terrors. When the arcade was empty, men in black suits often visited to extract data from the POLYBIUS cabinets. Rumors started to spread. Some believe the government used the game to find recruits with high psychological endurance, while others suspected it was for mind control. Then, as quickly and mysteriously as it had appeared, the game vanished. The black cabinets disappeared from the arcades overnight. The story goes like that, but is any of it actually true? The first online mention of POLYBIUS appeared in a 1998 article on the coinop.org forum. The article extended the legend, claiming to have a ROM image file from POLYBIUS and played it. The game is named after the classical Greek historian Polybius, who was born in Arcadia and known for his belief that historians should only report what they can verify through interviews with eyewitnesses. The game was published by a company named Sinneschlossen, which roughly translates to sensory deprivation. In 2006, an individual named Stephen Roach wrote on a coinop.org forum, stating that he founded the company responsible for POLYBIUS. He explained that his team was hired by a South American company to develop the game. Let's start by checking public records, assuming POLYBIUS was real and harmful. Given its controversy, major news outlets would have covered it, especially since arcades in the early 80s were seen as shady places. Such a sensational story would have made national headlines. But just because it wasn't in the media doesn't mean POLYBIUS never existed. What about the kids who got sick in arcades? And the men in black suits? This all fascinated Kat Despira, a journalist and blogger who grew up in Portland. Later, as a journalist, instead of dismissing POLYBIUS as an odd urban legend, Kat decided to investigate. She spent months researching the story. Around the time POLYBIUS was supposedly released, 12-year-old Brian Morrow made the news. He played a video game for 28 hours straight to set a record, but got a stomachache from drinking too many Coca-Colas. But he was playing Asteroids, not POLYBIUS. Later that same day at the same arcade, a 14-year-old named Michael Lopez got his first migraine while playing Tempest. A year later in Illinois, an 18-year-old named Peter Burkowski had a heart attack and died while playing Berserk. These incidents show that people have gotten sick and even died while playing video games. But none of these cases were linked to POLYBIUS. These events probably helped build the rumors about POLYBIUS and made the stories seem more credible. What about the stories of men in black suits downloading data from the POLYBIUS machines? In an interview with Eurogamer, Todd Luoto, a filmmaker working on a documentary about POLYBIUS, mentioned that the FBI indeed used to visit Portland arcades. In the early 80s, arcades were often viewed as places for gambling or drug abuse, and they didn't have a family-friendly reputation.
And I've noticed that video arcades are places where gang members hang out and intimidate other kids.
In 1981, the FBI wrapped up a year-long investigation into a Portland area arcade owner accused of setting up his arcade cabinets for gambling. Also, in 1982, following a 7-month undercover operation, federal agents arrested 25 suspects at the game's People Play arcade in Seattle, Washington, on racketeering charges. Stephen Roach, who claimed to have helped create POLYBIUS, has a story that many find dubious at best. He has made several grammatical errors and even misspelled the name of the company he allegedly helped establish. Additionally, journalist Kat Despira tracked him down, which led to further revelations that cast doubt on his claims, ultimately exposing him as a liar. Even though all the evidence suggests that POLYBIUS never existed, the story doesn't seem likely to disappear anytime soon.